Okay, so my phone's like literally gonna die any minute, but I'm gonna try and get some video of Elsie. Actually, this is a good spot. I always forget this aisle. Hold on, I have to be pre-prepared, and I was not pre-prepared. Let me move. So when I'm teaching the leave it, good girl, Elsie, good girl. When I'm teaching the leave it command, the way that I first train it is that I have some treats. I'm gonna do like 4, and actually these are way bigger than I would normally make them, but I didn't have them ready to go, which was bad on my part. But anyway, so when I teach leave it, so here's the dog food bins. What I like to do, so when she goes for where she can get to the food, leave it, and then I toss the treat there, away, down and away. And actually she followed that really well this time. Now we're going to go around to the other side where they have like the bones and stuff. Elsie, leave it. Good girl. And so see, we've done it several times. She's actually, I love seeing this. Elsie, leave it. She's getting into that habit. So as soon as I say the word leave it, she's actually, good girl. She's actually kind of getting that whole routine down of like look up and away or move away from the item, that's why I do this, tossing this treat away at first, because I want them to realize, you know, I mean, if someone told me to walk away from a plate full of chocolate chunk cookies, I'd be like, excuse me? So I want them to get something for leaving these objects that they really desire. So it helps to set up a really good association. Leave it. Elsie, leave it, and then toss the treat. At first, she's doing really well. At first, actually, when I would toss the treat on the ground, she would kind of look at it like, why did you just throw that? But now she's getting it. She's totally getting it. Good girl, good girl. Let's see if we can do one more. And I want to start to see that when I say the word, Elsie, leave it. Good girl. See how she immediately looked at me. She looked for she missed where I threw the treat, but she looked at me. She looked for where is the treat going to go. It teaches what I call, good girl, good girl. It teaches what I call kind of a muscle memory. That leave it means keep on moving, move away, and keep moving. So that's always how I initially train leave it. Obviously, I pull the treats. I'm having trouble here. We're tied up. There we go. I pull the treats out of the whole process. I actually progress from tossing the treats onto the ground to giving the treats to them in my hand once they start realizing that they're coming from me. At first, tossing them on the ground, they're more readily accessible. There's a little puppy in here, and she really likes him. Tossing them on the ground makes the treat more readily accessible, and so it's easier to teach to leave it to start out with tossing it on the ground. Then I progress from giving it to them out of my hand. But once I've achieved the kind of keep on moving and move away effect, then I just give it to them straight from my hand rather than tossing it on the ground. But it creates a really good muscle memory and a positive association when you tell them to leave it, that they're going to actually get something. You don't have to do that forever. Actually, in training, once you get the behavior down and the behavior is regularly occurring, the behavior itself becomes rewarding, and removing the treats usually is pretty easy. So the act of actually following the command is super rewarding. She's too cute. Just if he doesn't have it, it's fine. You're too cute, Elsie, and your little froggy down.